Hey guys, Jay here, and this is the first time that I talk about POE1 in a while, and this one is pretty spicy. The upcoming event might be very fun. Why? Because we have already seen a bunch of pretty damn broken stuff that is going to come in the event. And I don't think they are going to nerf or, patch it before the actual event. Why? Because it's supposed to be a random, fun, broken event, right? So, mainly, Surfcaster, I'm not going to analyze everything, but the broken thing that I think is, first of all, we have the Ghost, the Touch by the Tormented Spirit one here for 2 ascendancy point. Everybody and their grandmothers using this in the Cellar of Cowgirl, the 3.25. Insane amount of stat. Movement speed, cast speed, attack, not attack, but damage. Movement speed, cast speed, attack speed. Basically, you are super fast for free. No, not technically for free, but you can use it on top of 2-1 that is ghosted as well, by the way. Next, Stormy Sea. This is a travel node into the later part, but this is okay because if you play like a conversion build, and conversion in PO1 is actually way stronger than PoE2. Conversion, you can play lightning converted cold, and your cold damage can shock and can freeze still. It does not prevent the cold damage from freezing and chilling. So you can still chill and you can shock. Shock will give you more damage, so you can scale the effect of non-damaging elements. Further, if you have the maximum chill effect, you will lessen the enemy's damage dealt by 15%. Normally we have 10% less damage from enemy from one notable on the ascendancy. We have 15 here, and then we have some more. Enemies chilled by your hits increase damage taken by the chill effect, which is 30%. Maybe there is a way to increase this more. I'm not sure. Before it is in the elemental list, but we don't have elemental list anymore. So I don't know. Then changing season. Reverse chill. Now, this allows you to have reverse chill without having to invest 2 ring slot and then maybe a weapon or something else. Before we need to invest that much into reverse chilling. Now for only 2 ascendancy point, you have reverse chill. It is an insane amount of speed. It gives you 30% action speed. I cannot wait to play this freaking class. I cannot wait. And there is a bunch of interesting thing here in this class as well. If you play around with a fishing rod, which I think is quite interesting, you have 50% more cast speed. 50% more cast speed. This is on top of whatever multiplier you might have. And then all hits are critical strike. So you don't need to scale crit multi. You can ignore any penalty of unique items to crit multi. You can play with like the Marilyn's fallacy without having to invest into crit chance. You are going to stack a lot of crit multi and just have a lot of damage. The drawback is you are using a fishing rod, which takes 2 weapon slot, but it cannot be 6 link. It can be only 4 links maximum, I think. So yeah, but anyway, the bonuses here is absolutely amazing. I think it might be good to use them. Yeah, we'll need to see in the game. Anyway, other class. This class, pretty much everything here scream evasion stacking. Evasion stacking before we have to use a shitty weapon in Dream Feather. It have very shitty amount of damage, like 200 damage top end. And now we can actually stack evasion and use like a 1000 DPS bow or any weapon that you want that have like 2000 sword, two-handed sword, 2000 DPS or something like that. We can have a lot of broken shit and stack the evasion for scaling the damage. So maybe it's going to be good. You can use 1 as well, because 1 here we have illuminating wisp, so you can have more sacred wisp. And yeah, it just is extra damage. I have not played with Sacred Wisp before, so maybe I'll try this. And the other stuff, yeah, whatever. Now for the Arcali's Ascendancy. This one is pretty much around Ray Spider. Ray Spider, in current game, we can have it from Arcali's Fang, which is a level 1 version, but you can 6-link it, because you can use 3-link on the dagger, and then you can have the, no, actually 4-link on the dagger, because the gem is in the weapon. So it can be a 7-link. And then you can use the Squire on the shield slot and have another 3 socket. So this is going to be a 1-link. You don't have support, so it's not going to have melee splash. But I'm not sure, right? There's one thing that I need to verify when we actually play the game, because the limitation to the amount of spider, we are not sure if it is going to be local on the actual gem itself, on the actual skill itself, or on your character. So if this level 20's raise spider is going to raise another 20 spider, and you still have the 20 spider level 1 from the Alakari's Fang, it's going to be pretty good. Other than that, this is a bunch of minion stuff, scaling poison, chaos damage with wither, and crit. Envy and no envy reservation is pretty good. I really like this one. This one seems powerful, and seems to be very broken for leveling as well. It's not speed, but it's a lot of damage. A lot of damage. And some aspect of spider scaling here. It looks pretty cool. Maybe I'll try it. But definitely this is so much better. For example, if you take this one, you are 30% faster. Basically. If you take this one and you don't have a gem in your boots, you are 30% faster as well. So these two classes is going to be dominant. Especially, I think the Surfcaster is going to be the most dominant. If there is nothing new that is going to be more broken. This is already very goddamn broken. The Antiquarian, I think all of these does not make sense. Maybe I'm stupid, but all of these does not make sense for how they are and where they are and what is the pathing to get to any of them. It does not make sense. The drawback here does not make sense. The drawback here does not make sense. So, yeah, I don't think this is going to be a good class. However, we can have the Kagurian armor, the word stuff going on here. And this will allow me to, not me, but this will allow anyone who wants to play around with the word build. You can scale a lot of word. You can get base damage from the word with a unique glove, and you can do a bunch of fun stuff with that. So maybe it can be, someone might have some idea that, you know, is very good for this one. I'm not sure. Next up, this is the Harbinger one. To be fair, Greater Harbinger, all these Greater Harbinger is pretty much just like a minion that gives you an aura. That is, it has an aura that is benefiting you. And it can give speed, it can give damage. I'm not a big fan of this one. I might need to check the number again. But these three, whatever. It is good, but it is whatever. It's not that interesting. And this is pretty bad. Nobody is playing channeling build. Maybe Cyclone. But who's Cyclone with this? Maybe, you know, Cyclone cast on crit because we have cooldown recovery. And then we have the cooldown recovery from a Harbinger of Focus. We have speed from Harbinger of Time. Maybe. Or maybe we can cast on crit Hex Blast because we have the Temp Chain Aura for free. Maybe that is an angle. I don't know. This class feels... it looks shit. This class looks like shit. This one is okay if you have another 50% avoid elemental ailments. This looks shit. This looks like shit for 4 points. If this is 2 point, okay, I think I'll take it. This one is pretty good actually. For 2 point. This is pretty good for low life. This is whatever. You have to make a choice, but it is whatever. I don't like this one for 2 points. This is basically, it is more damage, but it gets less and less and less effective the more other sources of triple and double damage that you have. So I don't like this one. And then this one, crit is lucky. That is not that big of a deal, to be honest. Especially when you trade off with damage with hit is unlucky. Unlucky here means you should build around with builds that have a very small gap between the lowest and highest number of damage. So lightning build is going to suffer. Normally lightning have 1 to 100 damage, for example. So lucky is not going to be good there. Unlucky is not going to be good there, I mean. This is a Vaal skill ascendancy. I'm not the best one to talk about this one. I don't have a lot of experience building around Vaal skill. Maybe we need to wait for Jungron or someone, or we need to wait for someone to do something, and then Jungron sees it in Chinese form, and then he translates it into a video that we can actually understand in English. And yeah, Vaal skill can be very strong, can be very broken. At least I played Vaal Earthquake in last league, current league actually. But yeah, anyway, I don't think it is going to be as good as the other. This one is going to be insane again. So I am very excited to play this class. There might be more. No, actually, there will be more. But at least for now, for all we know, I think this is hands down the undisputed best class for the upcoming event. Yeah, I said it. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoy. I still enjoy POE2, by the way. Lately, I just don't have a lot of time to play with everything's going on in real life. But I'll try. And hopefully when the event comes, I will have some time to actually play around with it, because a bunch of new things here I think is pretty cool. I am someone who really enjoy new stuff, playing around with it. So yeah, thanks for watching again, and I hope to see you in the next one. Peace. Like and subscribe, please.